I loved the pilot. So funny.
Thank you.
How was the experience of shooting it?
It was really crazy. We shot the original pilot back in February, and then we reshot it in July, and made it an hour long. So it was a really cool experience. With the original pilot was actually like 10 minutes over at first, so they had to cut down so much, and they were like, "We're just gonna keep it and test it at 25 minutes," and it did really well. So like, we're just gonna make it an hour long for the pilot when it airs, and I think it really looked great. It looked great on camera. We did lots of stunts, special effects. I think the kids will really enjoy it too.
Talk about Oliver. Who is Oliver?
Oliver is a crazy, fanatic, crazy superhero. Awesome. I'm just throwing out adjectives. Is that what it is? Adjectives? Am I using wrong grammatical tools? It's an adjective. It's adjectives, right? He loves superheroes and comic books, so this is a dream come true for him when he finds a superhero hospital and then gets hired as a doctor. And his secret love interest, Skylar Storm, is here as well.
Not so secret though.
Not so secret. It's pretty obvious.
It is cut off.
I'm surprised she hasn't figured it out yet. It's really bad. But he makes a fool of himself trying to impress her sometimes. But it's all in good fun. I think it's a great show. And I think people will really look forward to seeing Oliver's personality on camera. And he's best friends with Kaz, who's Bradley Stephen Perry is a comedian.
Who's casting it?
He's Kazing it up all the time. Yep. Kazing it
That
up.
should be a saying now.
Put on t-shirt. Right? Yes.
Casting it up.
Kazing it up.
Well, speaking of Kaz and Oliver, I think one of the strengths of the pilot, and I'm assuming the rest of the series, is the friendship between those two characters. How is it working with Bradley and everything?
It's been really great working with Bradley. We actually really didn't know each other at all before the pilot started. We shot the pilot, and
Really?
so yeah, we met maybe one or two times. I think we met at a softball game for the shows, because each show has their softball team. So I met him at like a softball game when he was like 12 and I was like 14. It was really crazy. And I think we met one time in the premiere after that. But I think we've bonded well with the show. He'll probably tell you otherwise once he gets this interview. But he's a good guy, and I think our characters on screen are getting to be better friends as we get better friends and become better friends in real life.
And speaking of, talk about your character. I mean, what's your favorite part of playing Oliver?
I think my favorite part is the stunts. I don't get to do them all the time, but when we get into mishaps, which is every episode, usually we get to do something fun like that. And
Usually, is it Kaz's fault?
usually it's kind of fun. Sometimes I heard. Oh wait, I can't say that. There's a special episode where maybe it's Oliver's fault.
What?
Yes,
Controversy.
I know. Conspiracy.
Maybe it is. And so stunts. Yes.
Yes, lots of stunts. And also Oliver. I think it's really fun playing the uncomfortable scenes where Oliver has to like her because it's a really fun comedy. But also when Kaz and Oliver are talking about comic books, it's funny because we just sort of go off in our own little world and don't think about what else is happening.
And what's your hope for the audience? What do you hope that they get out of this show?
I'm hoping that they grab the friendship aspect. I hope they absorb the friendship aspect and also the superhero aspect. I think those will work really well together. I think kids on screen will like that. We're on screen. I hope the kids will like us on screen doing that.
Yeah, I know. I got it. No, I know a lot of people are going to ask you, hey, what kind of power would you like in real life? But I'm going to flip it on you because I would want to know if you had the power to give one power to only one person and that person happened to be your castmate, what power would that be and which castmate would it be?
Well, if I had to give them a power, I would have to give them a bad power, because then I wouldn't have a power. So I would give I would give Bradley the ability to shape-shift into poo.
No!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Would you do that?
Bradley, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I had to do that. You know I had to do that.
All right, there you go. The power to shapeshift into that's not useful at all.
No, it's not. Or you know what? I'll give the benefit of the doubt. A gerbil.
A gerbil. All right, so he can pick between those two.
Yep.
All right, I think that's very generous of you. I think you did a good job.
Thank you.